So I'm gonna be honest. I haven't read the so-called minor prophets in the Hebrew Bible in a long time. I think I mentioned that before. One of the books that I recently finished was the book of Amos, and honestly, the closest memory I ever had to the word Amos was that one song, Amos Moses. I don't know if anyone's familiar, but Amos is just juicy with all kinds of wonderful stuff. One of the things that Amos, sorry, one of the things that Amos talks about, not Amos Moses, but the book of Amos, is what he describes as a plumb line. Now, in building, a plumb line is used basically to match when you're putting rafters to the floor of a building, to match it in the center. So the plumb line is a tool that's used to match in the center. I had to kind of refresh, because I actually made a plumb line in metal shop in high school. But anyway, this is the verse. It says, it comes in Amos chapter 7, beginning in verse 8. It says, "And the Lord said unto me, Amos, what seest thou? And I said, A plumb line. Then said the Lord, Behold, I will set a plumb line in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not again pass by them any more." So this imagery that Amos the prophet uses to describe the plumb line is basically a matching of the top and the bottom of this metaphorical building. And that plumb line is the book of the law. That's what law is for building. Law is for building, and building is for hosting. So in order to host the Spirit, there has to be a building for the Spirit to dwell, and the first building is, of course, yourself. Now, I know I say this smoking a cigarette, but the picture is still the same. The plumb line is the law, the parameters, the limitations, the boundaries. So that's why it's necessary as a tool of faith. You can't just have a willy-nilly entirely. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick note of that. And I love the book of Amos. It's really